Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another review, and today we're going to be reviewing Send Help, the newest movie from Sam Raimi, the same director of the original Spider-Man trilogy, Drag Me to Hell, and The Evil Dead. This movie stars Rachel McAdams, who plays like this outcast, outdoor enthusiast, survivalist, office worker, and she gets stranded on an island with her dickhead boss, played by Dylan O'Brien. Their jet goes down, and they are forced to coexist among each other on the island. Rachel McAdams' character is like the survival enthusiast. She auditioned for Survivor. It never says she was on Survivor, but she auditioned for Survivor, and she knows how to survive in the conditions. Prior to them landing on this island, Dylan O'Brien, the dickhead boss, he does not promote her, even though she's supposed to get a promotion, and instead he gives it to his best friend. So there's a lot of conflict with each other. They don't like each other. They're complete opposite personalities, and the movie is basically them coexisting on this island trying to survive. From start to finish, the film is a lot of fun. Rachel McAdams does great in her role here. She's throughout the movie, she gets like crazier and crazier, and you see more of her crazy kind of dark side, especially towards the end. There's like this twist at the end. The end isn't all that convincing to me. It's probably the worst part of the movie. It's not bad, but I would say that I think they could have went a different direction with it. And Dylan O'Brien, who plays the boss, I've never really seen much of his stuff. I know he's in Teen Wolf, and I believe he was in Maze Runner, but he's not really in stuff that I watch. But him and Rachel McAdams had really good on-screen chemistry. He did a really good job portraying an asshole boss. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. He thinks he's better than Rachel McAdams' character. Obviously, he doesn't really know how to survive, and he kind of hits him, reality hits him, and he has to adapt to the environment, but still with hope of getting away. And Rachel McAdams' character kind of doesn't want to do that. She finally feels like she fits in this survival world because that's what she's good at. That's what she knows. I thought that the camera work and shots in this movie were really cool. The settings were really cool. There's a lot of sequences that I like. There's a sequence of her chasing a boar, which was a lot of fun to watch. There is the plane crash scene, which was like anxiety filled and suspenseful, and they even add like this Jaws jump scare in there, which I thought was pretty cool. When that popped up, I was like, oh, he definitely got that from the original Jaws. There is a couple of jump scares in this movie. It is labeled a horror comedy, and for a while I was like, this isn't really a horror movie, but towards the end especially, they kind of put some more horror elements in there. There's a scene on the beach that I thought was pretty creepy. It's not like scary, but it's still fairly creepy. There's a decent amount of CGI in this movie, which is fine. It's not like over the top, like slap you in the face like some movies are, but there's a decent amount in here, but it's very bearable. It doesn't really get in the way of enjoying the movie or getting immersed in the setting or the scenes. I thought that the character development was very good in this film. Rachel McAdams' character is awesome. She is easily the star of the film. She's supposed to be, but she carries this movie through and through. Dylan O'Brien does a pretty decent job. His character doesn't develop a whole much though. He kind of just like stays the same the whole time. When you think he's going to develop even more, they kind of close that, and he's still the same type of person that when the movie started. But Rachel McAdams does a great job leading through this movie. I haven't seen her in something in a very long time. Pretty much I just remember her from Mean Girls and being Regina George. All the movies I have seen with her, she always delivers a very good performance. Overall, this movie is a lot of fun. There's some intense scenes. There's some action scenes. There's some scenes where it's even a little bit emotional. The scene around the campfire where they both kind of tell their background stories, that was a pretty emotional scene, and it lets you get more connected and invested into these characters. I did enjoy that part. There's a lot of really good positives about this movie. I was really happy that Sam Raimi made another film. I haven't seen another film he directed. I feel like Oz was the last film that he directed. Maybe he made one a couple years ago, but I'm not exactly sure. But I'm a big Evil Dead fan, big Spider-Man fan, so whenever I see the name Sam Raimi, I think, okay, I have to watch this. He's one of those directors where you have to go see his films. Overall, he didn't miss the mark with this movie. This is a very good film for what it is. It has its funny parts. It's not funny, but there's like subtle funny moments, more so like dry humor moments. There were some people in the theater that were like dying laughing. I didn't think it was that funny, but there were some that will make you chuckle. So far for January, this is the best film I've seen this month. For a January release, it is very, very good. This easily could have released over the summer and still have been a hit. Send Help. I would give Send Help a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like that's fair. I was going to go 3 out of 5, but I'd say 3.5 out of 5. It's good for what it is. It's very enjoyable. The performances are great. The cinematography is good. It's nothing. It's probably not something I would go back and rewatch, but it's something I would recommend to my friends and family. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty solid movie. I enjoyed it. And now I have to go and see Iron Lung, and I will drop that review next. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later.